Get ready for my Lemon Blueberry Bundt Cake. Juicy blueberries and zesty lemon make this cake irresistible. Baking with fresh fruit is a challenge, but it's worth it. Each slice, with a dusting of powdered sugar, is heavenly. Check out the full recipe in the description and impress your friends and family. Welcome to my kitchen. Hi, I'm Arina. In this channel, I share my favorite recipes and tips to ensure they look as good as they taste, all from my home to yours. You'll find links to all the tools and other recipes mentioned in the description below. Let's get started. Let's start by measuring all our ingredients. Precision is key to baking a perfect cake. In a separate bowl, mix together blueberries and 1 tablespoon of flour. Gently toss the blueberries in the flour without crushing them until they are all coated. This step helps to prevent the blueberries from sinking to the bottom of the cake during baking. Quick tip: don't forget to coat your blueberries with flour. I skipped that step once, and they all sank to the bottom of the pan. Let's just say my cake had a blueberry basement. Trust me, you don't want a surprise like that. If you're looking for healthier alternatives to some of the ingredients in this recipe, I've got you covered. On my blog, I've included a list of substitutions that can help make this lemon blueberry bundt cake a bit lighter, but just as delicious. Whether you're looking to cut down on sugar, swap in whole wheat flour, or use a different type of oil, you'll find all those options detailed in my post. Check out the full recipe and the healthier substitutions on my blog. The link is in the description below. When you have trouble getting your bundt cake out of the pan like I do right now, it means something went very wrong. And here is my epic fail. I forgot to coat the blueberries with flour. Watch as I struggle with a deliciously lopsided disaster. It's a hilarious reminder of why giving your blueberries a little flour love is so important. In a medium bowl, mix together 3 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and half a teaspoon of salt. Whisk these dry ingredients until they are well combined. You can use a large sifter for this step too, but I prefer a whisk since it's much quicker. Set this bowl aside. In a large bowl, combine 3/4 of a cup of melted and cooled butter. And 2 cups of sugar. I like to melt my butter in a candy melting pot, but here is a video where I describe 3 different methods to melt butter. Using a hand mixer, blend the butter and sugar on medium speed until the mixture is light and fluffy. If you have a stand mixer, definitely use that It's like having your own personal baking assistant. But if you're in the mood for a simpler approach, you can always use a trusty fork. Who needs fancy gadgets when you can get a mini arm workout while mixing? Either way, you'll end up with a delicious cake and maybe even a bit more muscle tone. Add to the mixture 1 cup of heavy cream, 4 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Whisk the wet ingredients together on medium speed until they are well combined. Now add the lemon juice, then add the zest from 1 lemon, add the flour mixture to the egg mixture all at once. On medium speed, combine the batter until it has a smooth and creamy consistency. Make sure to scrape down the sides of the bowl occasionally to incorporate all the ingredients fully. A little tip, don't overmix, as this can make the cake dense. Also, use a spatula to fold in any unmixed flour pockets gently. Fold the blueberries into the cake batter with a silicone spatula. Be gentle to avoid crushing the blueberries, as you want them to stay whole and evenly distributed throughout the cake. Take your time with this step to ensure that each blueberry is carefully folded into the batter. Remember, the key is to be gentle to maintain the integrity of the blueberries. For all the tools I use in this recipe, check out the links in the description below. Measure all ingredients for the pan coating. Put on disposable gloves and thoroughly grease the bundt cake pan with vegetable shortening. If you don't have disposable gloves, no worries. You can use a Ziploc bag or just your bare hands. Your cake won't judge you. The important thing is to make sure every nook and cranny of the pan is well coated to prevent any sticky situations. Think of it as giving your bundt pan a nice little spa treatment. Hope you're loving the flavors so far. If so, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell. It's your ticket to more yummy adventures. Thanks for hanging out. Now let's dive back into the baking fun. coat the greased bundt cake pan with all-purpose flour using a small hand sifter. Make sure to cover every inch of the pan, getting into all the nooks and crannies. Once you've done this, flip the bundt pan over and gently shake off any excess flour. This step is crucial to prevent the blueberries from sticking to the pan, ensuring that your cake comes out smoothly. Be careful not to overshake and remove too much flour, as you want to maintain a good coating to keep the cake from sticking. And here's what happens when your bundt pan has bald spots in the grease and flour coating, a cake that refuses to come out. As you can see, those bare patches led to a sticky situation, literally. My beautiful lemon blueberry bundt cake decided it wanted to stay in the pan and threw a bit of a tantrum on the way out. Remember, folks, a well-greased and floured pan is a happy pan. Don't let your cake pull a disappearing act like mine did. Let's call this a baking blooper and a reminder that thorough prep is key to baking success. Pour the cake batter into the prepared bundt pan. Smooth the top with a spatula. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 60 to 70 minutes. Before removing the cake from the oven, check for doneness by inserting a toothpick in the middle of the cake. If it comes out clean, the cake is ready. Let the cake cool for 10 minutes in the pan before removing it. Gently move a small silicone spatula around the edges of the bundt pan to separate the cake. I used a cake spatula with a silicone coating for this step, which works perfectly to avoid damaging the pan. Be careful not to use a knife, as it can scratch your bundt cake pan and ruin its non-stick surface. Taking your time with this will help ensure the cake comes out cleanly and beautifully. Place a round cooling rack on top of the pan. Flip the pan and cooling rack together, carefully and confidently. Gently lift the pan to remove the cake, crossing your fingers for a clean release. Let the bundt cake cool for at least 1 hour before garnishing. To make sure it's perfectly cool, you can measure the temperature of the cake with a digital heat thermometer. It needs to be at room temperature, which is about 70 degree Celsius to 75 degree Celsius. This patience will pay off with a beautifully set cake that's ready for its finishing touches. Trust me, waiting is worth it to avoid a melty mess. Transferring a bundt cake without breaking it can be a bit tricky, but with the right tools, it's much easier. I like to use a cake lifting tool, which helps me move the cake to its final destination without any mishaps. Once the cake is fully cooled, I carefully slide the cake lifter underneath and gently lift it onto the serving plate or cake stand. This tool provides great support and prevents the cake from cracking or breaking apart. After the cake is securely transferred, I proceed with decorating it, knowing that it has made it safely to its display spot. Measure the ingredients for dusting: 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. In a small bowl, mix them together and whisk until they are well combined. The cornstarch helps to keep the powdered sugar from clumping and adds a smooth, even finish to the cake. This creates the perfect dusting mixture for the final touch on the bundt cake. Transfer the powdered sugar mixture to the sifter, then gently tap the side of the sifter to evenly cover the bundt cake with the mixture. Here's a tip from me on how to cut a bundt cake. Make sure you have a large, sharp knife on hand. This helps you make clean, even slices without crushing the cake. After each cut, wipe your knife clean with a damp cloth or paper towel. This prevents any leftover crumbs or frosting from sticking to the knife and ensures that each slice looks neat and tidy. Keeping the knife clean also helps to maintain the cake's beautiful presentation and makes serving much easier. The bundt cake is now ready to be served. Thanks for watching. I'm Arina, sharing my recipe journey through my lenses. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more delicious creations. Check out the full recipe on my blog, link in the description below, along with links to all tools and ingredients used in this recipe. Happy baking! And remember, sometimes the sweetest apologies are homemade. See you next time.